I'm hanging around here with Lucas. We were playing a couple of games, and it was his birthday the other day, and he got a few friends, and he was playing diplomacy. Now, I haven't played diplomacy in a while. This game has a kind of reputation of getting, potentially getting people into arguments. Open the box, Lucas. I'm holding the camera. I just want to show you this version of it, and Lucas is going to talk about it a little bit. It comes with this map, which I think is very cool. You will be using this map, right?
Yeah, you'll be able to plan out all your attacks on here and see how the map works.
Now, most of you watching this know about diplomacy. I just want to show you this version of it. We got it at Barnes & Noble recently. It's not a difficult game, right, Lucas?
No. Super simple.
But it does take a long time to play.
Yeah.
How long did it take you and your friends to play this?
After 5 hours, we barely made a decision about who's gonna win.
Yeah.
We had to draw the game.
Did you guys get into any arguments?
Oh yeah, because this game always incentivizes teaming up with someone, and it causes that betrayal. Someone has to get betrayed. You cannot play diplomacy without someone getting betrayed. It's
Right.
impossible.
So if you guys are like really good friends and people don't really get annoyed at each other, right? But I have heard that this game has caused issues. I played it once at in a store with the Dice Tower crew, because we live here in South Florida, and Tom didn't play. It was Jason. Jason was playing, and people get a little riled up with this. They get upset when they get screwed over. But it's a beautiful map. Let's open it up.
Yep.
I don't want to ruin the map here.
You gotta be careful when you're putting it in.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird.
Let's take a look at that map, because I think it's just gorgeous.
Hold up.
Now, we're going to be going to Dice Tower this July, the Dice Tower East Convention in Orlando. And we plan on playing this. We have a friend from England coming, and a couple of other friends, and we plan on playing this. So it'll be the first time, July, that I play this. It's been probably well over a decade last time I played diplomacy. So you got these great little pieces here. Right? This is a nice edition of diplomacy if you're going to play it. So tell us about it a little bit, your experience playing with your friends. So it took 5 hours, you said, and you barely decided who was going to win. But nobody got really upset, right? I mean, you have to betray each other. You already know that.
Yeah, if you're prepared for a game where everyone has to work together, or you're a baby that plays co-op and you're not used to having to betray
Not
someone.
just babies play co-op, man. Co-ops are cool.
Not
I
that,
like playing co-ops.
Co-ops are cool, but this game is the opposite of a co-op,
Yeah, completely.
You won't have any real allies.
No.
In this game, you'll have allies, right, for a majority of the game. But towards the end, it will always descend into chaos. Or sometimes in the beginning, there's betrayal, but then for the rest of the game, there's some level of team up. But regardless, every single game, you always have someone betraying someone. Either in the beginning, the middle, or the end, it has to happen. Now, in this game, everyone has control over supply centers, right? And for a player to win, they need to get 18 of these supply centers. Now, the only one that has a slightly bigger advantage is Russia. It gets an additional supply center, but all the other ones have 3 supply centers. Now, to win the game, you have to get 18 of these supply centers, but of course, you can only do that if you take other people's territory. Assuming you're playing a full game, you're always going to have to be taking, someone else's territory, or betraying someone to be able to get it. Now, there are some situations where land is easy, but majority of this game is going to be filled with difficult moves. Even the first 3 turns of the game are hard decisions, no matter what, because even for example, I want to attack something, no matter what I'm attacking, someone owns it, and I need to find a way to get it. And that will most likely require me to team up with someone or to betray somebody. Now, I would say the only flaw of this game is how long it takes. If you're not prepared to play a game for
it takes
4,
forever.
5, 6 hours
Yeah.
and talk for so long, sometimes you almost can't make a decision. Any decision you make is bad, and then it ends up leading to a draw. So this game is very complicated. It's not the rules that are complicated, it's the game that's complicated. Now, the rules themselves are pretty simple. Everyone's going to have either an army or a fleet. Now, the fleets travel by water and they're able to convoy, while the armies are able to move on land. Okay, we can just break them out real quick.
Yeah, you got the
These are the
fleet.
fleets, yeah, and then I think the other one's the armies here.
Well, you got the little block. Okay, these are the fleets.
Yeah, and the tanks are the little ones.
Right.
The armies, I mean, are the little ones that look kind of like tanks.
Right.
Now,
And these are when you take over.
supply centers. It shows who controls what. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you'll be putting down your units, right? And in the beginning of the game, there's a diplomatic phase where everyone talks about what they're going to do before they do anything. Because in this game, you don't just make a decision. You have to talk about the decision most of the time. So it's estimated to be 15 to 30 minutes. And then after you write rules, which might take a while, sometimes people write rules in the diplomatic phase. But once everyone has written the rules, they put in a little piece of paper and they throw it in. Now, the niche of this game is that you cannot show people your secret orders, what you're actually going to do.
Which you're writing in that cool booklet, right? You're writing your secret orders on
Nope.
this.
Nope, you don't.
Oh no?
You grab a separate piece of paper. Yeah. What this
okay.
is for is when you're writing your movements, you need to see where you're going. And instead of writing St. Petersburg, you'll just put,
it's got all the
abbreviated
okay.
versions.
Yeah. Which you'll need for your notes, right?
Yeah, so when you write the abbreviated version, you save time. So you'll just be able to say, for example, army on Ukraine, would you put, UKR to, you just put a dash and then put the next abbreviation. That way you don't have to write Ukraine and, the next place.
Yeah, I remember that. It's all abbreviated. But yeah, listen, I know you can go on and on about this game, but like I said, most people watching this probably have heard of this or have played it at least once. You can play it online, right?
Backstabber.com, yeah.
You can play online. I think there are probably apps nowadays that you can play. I think years ago I was playing this on an app. But it gets crazy. It gets crazy. I will be playing it at Dice Tower East convention in July. And it'll be, like I said, the first time I've played it in probably well over a decade, I think. That was the last time I played. And I didn't play in this nice version. This is, like we picked this up at Barnes & Noble. It's quite nice. Quite nice. What did you think of the instruction booklet?
I mean, in my opinion, it's imitating, right? This makes it seem like it's a lot more complex than it is. It just explains some scenarios that would happen with certain moves. But to be honest, most of the moves are pretty self-explanatory. You move, you support, you convoy, and you hold. And one of them you do by default. If you don't do anything on a unit, he holds. So it's very simple.
Here's all the
3 moves.
abbreviations. All right, so you thought even though the book seems a little thick and
intimidating, yeah, it's really simple.
It's simple, right? Listen, it's an interesting game. That's why it's been around for so long. I mean, I don't know if there's a date here, but this game has been around for a very, very long time. Let's see here. I don't see anything here, but it's been around a long time. Do you happen to know?
I think this game is about 2 decades old.
No, it's longer than that.
Longer than that?
Yeah, this is a 2023 6th edition. Golly, I'm surprised there's no 2023 Hasbro. But this should say... It doesn't. That's quite interesting. Anyway, been around for a very long time. Very long time, this game. Surprised it doesn't say here. And too bad I don't remember. 60s maybe? 70s? 60s? 1960s? This game's been around a long time. But anyway, you enjoyed it? Your friends enjoyed it?
Yeah, you just have to have patience.
Now, they're not gamers.
No, but they loved it. I think this actually, believe it or not, if someone has not played games before and you show this to them, this is a really exciting game because you're constantly moving around.
Well, it's a bunch of guys around your age, right? 18,
No,
19.
even then, this is a game that's probably good across the board because it's interactive. You're constantly moving around. You don't like stay even in the room. You're constantly leaving a room. You have a private discussion. You come back here. You have an announcement. I mean, you're literally moving around. You're not just moving around on the board. You know.
So you enjoyed it. It was the first time you played, and your friends enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So there you have it. The rules of diplomacy here. And this is the 2023 edition. It's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to playing it. And you liked it.
Yeah.
Very cool. There you have it. Diplomacy. Don't get into fights now.